Welcome to episode 478 of the Recruitment, Marketing and Sales podcast. And I'm your host, Denise Oyston. And today I want to talk about misconceptions. And we all know that misconceptions are rife in business, and especially when it comes to marketing. This was brought home to me a couple of weeks ago when I had a conversation with a fab recruitment business owner who told me something that really did make my heart sink. He said, we only focus on marketing when we're struggling to get new business. When we're busy, we switch it off. That's right, isn't it? Like, I only need to do marketing when I'm struggling. It's not something that I need to do all the time. As you might imagine, Denise put her head in her hands at this point. And it's not uncommon for many industries and many people where marketing wasn't the initial thing that they used to do to win business, that they have several misconceptions about marketing, how it works, how much they should be paying, why can't they just do referral like they've always done. And so I've done some more research around this. I've got all the data that we have when we talk to people and what we know works when it comes to marketing. So I want to share with you several misconceptions that could just be shooting you in the foot, and unfortunately could be the main reason why you just aren't moving forward. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the Recruitment, Marketing and Sales podcast. An obsessive focus on marketing and sales is the only way to accelerate your company growth. So listen in now as we share the latest strategies and techniques guaranteed to deliver you more placements and profits. So let's start with a really, really common misconception, and that is that marketing and sales are the same thing, which they are not. It's quite common for business owners to confuse marketing and sales, believe they have identical purposes and can be used interchangeably. And they can't, because marketing is about creating demand for your service, for your recruitment service, and sales is about converting that demand. And the great thing about using both of those within your business is that marketing will help the sales process. It makes the sales process so much easier because people understand what it is that you're selling. They understand the benefits of using your product. You've handled objections ahead of time and you've created interest. The salesperson, your recruiter, your BD recruiter, is then using all that information that people have about your product and your recruiting service, all the marketing that's happened as a way to convert that. And when it comes to recruiting, the great thing is that marketing helps in attracting more clients and attracting more candidates. It's unique. You've got two different elements. For many of us, we run a consultancy. We're all about client acquisition. We're not about candidate acquisition. And that's where having a really honed marketing system, marketing process, that will be the difference that makes the difference for you, because you can be creating demand consistently across both of these parts of the business. And recruiting, it's a relationship business. It's about trust. It's about credibility. It's about understanding. And it's demonstrating to people that you can help them by actually helping them ahead of the fact that they start working with you. So all of this makes a huge difference when it comes to the success of your recruitment company. Number two, I referred to this in the intro, and that's you only need marketing when your business is struggling. And obviously, when your business is struggling, yes, you do need marketing, but like anything, it takes time to build. And this is where a lot of recruiters shoot themselves in the foot. They only market when they're desperate. We're in very uncertain times at the moment, and it's going to be uncertain for some time, with everything that's going on in the political arena is impacting how businesses create revenue. And remember that if you haven't been doing any marketing, then you're going from a standing start. Whereas if marketing is something that you're doing consistently and all the time, you will never have a problem with leads. You will always have leads coming into your business. And hey, guess what happens then? Is you can choose who you work with. It's not that, many recruiters I know have done this in the past, where they have worked with companies that aren't ideal for them, but they've done it because they want to make placements, they need revenue in the business. Whereas imagine having a marketing system in place all the time. You're actually focused on attracting the type of clients and candidates that you want to work with, and that you can do that when you have marketing going all the time. So that is a big thing that many people forget. That reactive marketing, it causes fragmented messaging. Often your brand identity gets confused because you're almost willing to work with anybody and everybody. It makes a huge difference. So we talked about marketing and sales. We talked about marketing only happens when you're struggling. Next, and this is still a common misconception, particularly when we talk to solo and micro recruiters, that marketing's far too expensive for small businesses, that you've really got to rely on word of mouth and small networking groups to do anything with marketing. And that is not the case anymore. We live in a digital world. It is amazing what you can do online, and in a way that is so cost effective. In fact, it's one of the reasons why we created Superfast Circle for smaller recruitment businesses, so they actually could implement marketing that makes them look so much bigger in such a cost effective way. And one of the great things is that with digital marketing today, the platforms that you have available to you, the AI tools that you can have access to that speeds up all the processes, it is an amazing opportunity for small businesses. Now, some of you may have attended a training of ours called the Lead Generation Triad. I've actually recorded it a few weeks ago as a podcast, so go and listen to it. And there I talk about the three areas that will work when it comes to marketing. I talk about cold outreach, talk about content marketing, and also about mining your current connections. All of these are really easy to do with marketing, and they're incredibly cost effective. Content marketing. I was reading something on the Content Marketing Institute literally just a few days ago, and they were talking about the fact that content marketing costs 62% less than traditional methods. So imagine having to create brochures, send out brochures, go to trade events. All of these things cost more money. And if you've got that budget, great. However, you've got an iPhone, you've got Word, or you've got Google Docs, you can create content. Go and grab a membership on Canva, and you virtually got everything that you need, all the tools that you need, so cost effective to start now, that will make a huge impact in what you're doing. And obviously, if you've got a large marketing budget, depending on the size of your company, obviously that can help, but it's not necessary for success for the majority of small business owners. I've mentioned Superfast Circle so many times on the podcast, and that is designed to help business owners like you. And you can see, the cost is so inexpensive compared to working with other organizations. And there we enable you to have a lot of the strategies, the campaigns that you need that will actually work for you. So marketing, no, it's not too expensive for small companies to implement. Now, here's something else that obviously comes up, and it comes up a lot, and it's like, good work speaks for itself. We don't need to promote. And this is the misconception that quality service will always lead to referrals and word of mouth, so that you don't actually need to do any active marketing. I wish that were the case. As we get referrals that come to us, our clients get referrals, and that's always great. That's brilliant. However, it is totally unpredictable. And have you noticed how that tends to dry up in uncertain times, which currently, let's be honest, we've really been going through that in the last few years. And that is not going to work. You have to promote yourself, because people can't work with you if they don't know who you are. And here's the thing, complacency, it can be anybody's own worst enemy. I know I fall foul of that back in the day when I was a sales rep, but just because you've got a sizable list currently of repeat customers, it doesn't mean that they're not going to pick up and go elsewhere at the first sign of a better deal, somebody new. And other recruiters who are in the field who want business and are more active when it comes to marketing are going to be grabbing your business at some point. I am absolutely certain of that. So remember that. You do need to promote yourself, because people can't work with you if they don't know who you are. I just wanted to take a moment to connect with all of you amazing listeners. As you know, our podcast isn't sponsored, and we pour our hearts into bringing you quality content for every single episode. Now, if you've been enjoying the show, I'd love to connect with you on LinkedIn. You can find me at linkedin.com/Denise Oyston. That's Oyston. Just click that link. Let's connect. And also a quick reminder that sharing our podcast or giving us a shout out on social goes a long way to helping grow our community and getting the message out there to all of the small recruitment companies and staffing companies and search companies that want to do well. Your support does mean the world to us, and it helps us to continue doing what we love. So thanks for being part of the journey. Now let's get back to that show. Now, here's an interesting one that we often get, and it's like two sides of the coin. You get people talking about, well, I don't want to be on social media. I don't want to share what I've had for breakfast, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. And of course, that is your choice. However, when you look at how many people are on the planet, and over half of those people in the Western world are on social media, you are really missing out. And this is a place where people will find you for the first time. And it's something that we do with our clients. We strongly encourage them to be active and present on social media, be posting content, be posting about themselves, be doing personal branding posts, to be doing all of those things in front of where their potential market hangs out. And your market will hang out on all of the main channels: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. People are there. Now, here's something that comes up a lot, and I think it stems from the fact that people leave marketing to the last minute, and it's something I referred to earlier, that people only start marketing when they are desperate for results, and it's that marketing results should be immediate. Now, they can be very fast if you mine your current database and you look at some of the strategies that we teach when we work with people. Then yes, you can get results pretty fast, and usually within a matter of weeks, if you have a good LinkedIn level of connections and you have a strong database of connections and maybe clients that you've worked with in the past. Yes, you can mine those for business. It's part of the lead generation triad that we teach, and it's something that is really underutilized by most people. But then what you need to think about is content marketing and brand building and lead nurture take weeks and months. We have clients that have been working with us for years and they continue to work with us because they know it works. We've had clients who get great results initially, and then it starts to build. And within a year of working with us, their business is in a completely different place. People are recognizing them. People are responding to their outreach requests. People are working with them. They have new clients because people are seeing them everywhere. It's like if you imagine, whenever you buy something new, do you buy, and I'm talking about a significant purchase, do you buy from the first person that connects with you, the first person that you have a conversation with? Rarely. You start to stalk them online, don't you? You go and have a look at their website, you have a look at their social media, you look for some reviews. All of these things happen over time. And that's how marketing works. It builds your presence in front of people and it takes time. So as we finish up with some of the main things that crop up, something that still happens is people say, oh, digital marketing doesn't work in our industry. It's all about relationships. It's all about hitting the phones. Just to remind you, hitting the phones, nothing wrong with that. That's part of your sales process to convert demand. But digital marketing is amazing. It is amazing for smaller businesses because for the first time in a long time, you can compete without spending an absolute fortune. You can get you and your brand out in front of people that you never thought possible before. Do a couple of Google searches, use your favorite AI tool, and you'll soon find out that over 70% of B2B customers consume some form of content before they make a purchasing decision. And that includes candidates and that includes clients. Even relationship-based industries like recruitment really do benefit from having a digital presence. Remember, candidates, they research employers online before they apply. They research recruiters that they work with. Clients evaluate different recruitment companies through the different digital touch points that you are putting out there that they are consuming. Professional networks increasingly operate online and remote work, obviously. And many recruiters now, they'll either have a hybrid or whatever, companies that you work with, accept that digital presence makes a difference. People are consuming content all the time. So we've shared quite a few things here to challenge your assumptions based on a lot of data, our experience working for over 18 years as marketeers in the space. Marketing is about continuous demand generation. It's about marketing and sales working together. It's remembering that small recruitment companies can now compete in this uncertain market that we're in now. Small companies are in a much better position than ever before. Digital presence, it's going to amplify the relationships that you have. Consistency, being consistent with long-term thinking beats perfection every time. Differentiation is key, and you do that by standing out. So marketing has many misconceptions. Time to nail these ones on the head and really consider what are your next steps. I'm recording this, it's the end of June. We're moving into July. For those of you in Australia, you're moving into your new financial year. For everyone in the UK, maybe you're moving into a bit of holiday time. You're also looking at, okay, I'm reviewing what's happened in the first 6 months of the year. What do I need to do differently? Hopefully, this has given you some reasons and some ideas on what to look at and what to look for. Go back over all the different Superfast content on the website, and you will see some ideas that you can implement. You can start to consider as we move through the summer, so that as you start September, which is a massive time period for generating business for most recruiters, that this can significantly make a difference for you. So this is Denise saying bye for now, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this podcast and this year you are ready to take your marketing to the next level, then check out Superfast Circle. This is a unique marketing program designed specifically for recruiters and their marketeers. You get access to 2 virtual marketing directors, you get consultancy, you get your hand held through the whole process, training, consulting, and we provide content resources. So go over to superfastrecruitment.co.uk/join and check out what's available.